Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Sapphire and Steel episode 25. I hope you're all doing really well. Yes, I'm under the duvet because it is Baltic, it's freezing. So yeah, just thought I'd get cozy. Okay, brand new story. What am I expecting? Who knows? Sapphire and Steel, innit? Could be anything. Last one, man took people from pictures. It could literally be anything. It could be about a man who is camouflaged as blinds and he comes out and gets people. Like, that was such a random thing. It's because I looked at the blinds. Do you know what I mean though? It could literally be anything. So I think that's what makes this so exciting, because I don't know what I'm gonna get. I've only just noticed, maybe it said this before, but on BritBox it says contains paranormal themes throughout. Has it said that before? I don't know. Okay. The full length will be over on Patreon. And let's get going. Let's see if it's going to creep me out or not.
Greville, isn't it a little late to send flowers?
I think you'll have to use them, Miss Emma. They'd be very hurt if you didn't.
Roses. The roses were always so much nicer then.
Never mind the roses, Emma. The guests will be arriving shortly. These have only just arrived, sir.
I remember the house was always full of perfect roses.
This feels like an episode of Who Done It.
Come on, Emma. I should imagine that Wall Street and the Stock Exchange would say it was a little too damn exciting. Stock Exchange, damn.
What is it, Arthur?
I didn't get yesterday's closing prices on the Tokyo market.
Oh dear.
Beautiful, beautiful house. Oh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Miss Shaw. You all right?
Yes, sir.
That's good. What did Tokyo close at?
2.5 up, my lord, as you predicted.
Good. Hong Kong?
Quoted a 0.6% rise on Marine International and 0.4 on Marine Engineering.
Splendid. And what do you think of the outfit, eh?
Exactly right, sir.
Damn well should be. Taylor charged me 400 quid to make it. Not a single trace of polyester or synthetic fibre in the whole
Right,
suit.
she's either very tall or he's very short.
Kick through and through. Oh, by the way, you're not to come out of this door under any circumstances. You understand, Miss Shaw? Under any circumstances whatsoever. It would spoil the whole effect. I mean, your clothes and your...
I understand,
Good.
sir.
If you want to go out, you'll have to use this door. I don't want anyone to
It's
see.
almost like they're
I'm
time
going to work
travellers.
the weekend anyway, sir.
Why, then?
Because he said to his wife
I hope
about
you have a super party, sir.
Well, it'll
make
be
sure
different
you
anyway.
know, make sure
Have to mark out
you
50
give the
PM
right
operation, don't we?
date.
Seems as good a way as any. Yes. Now it all begins.
How silly of me. I feel quite nervous.
Yes, how silly of you, Emma.
Now it all begins.
Sorry, sir. How many guests have been invited? I've no idea, sir. Miss Emma saw to the invitations, bless her.
Lord, that spells trouble. Batty old flapper should probably have half the county down here.
While the other half tries to get away.
Keep your opinions to yourself, Annabelle. If Maureen wants to indulge his fancies, let him go along with it, will you? Except with a black mourning crepe over my grandfather's portrait. Surely on June the 21st, 1930, he was very much alive, wasn't he, Grandmama?
Howard.
No. Maureen and MacD, the two whiz kids of the Depression. Both hell-bent on making a second fortune for the Maureen family.
Yes, all right, Howard.
I shall have a green goddess. I believe they were the in thing in 1930.
Greville, a green goddess for Mademoiselle, please. if
Oh,
you will.
don't be silly, Ducky. You weren't even around then.
No, I don't believe it. Does this thing work?
Everything works.
Well, I was following the test match. Wanted to see how Boycott was getting on.
Be my guest. Go on, switch it on.
That's good. That's very good.
Oh, here we are, back to the first test. The weather is still glorious here at Trent Bridge as Bradman takes his stance with his fourth ball of the over.
Bradman?
Now it starts his long run. Aims well back, crouches behind the wicket. most cultured stroke. But Wally Hammond is there, and there's no run.
Hammond? Larwood, Ames, Wally Hammond, this is extraordinary.
Incidentally, speaking of Hammond's fielding, there's a story about it, which is, if not true, at least bravado. It seems about a year ago when Larwood was bowling, and it was Brittany Bradman batting, just today, and Hammond was in the slips. Larwood bowled, Bradman made a stroke, there was a snick, and Hammond dived full length and threw the ball up in front. Only, unfortunately, it wasn't a ball.
I wish to God there was a bookie handy. I know who won that game. You can't possibly, it hasn't ended yet. Now, let me see. It was... Well, I know every test score going back to 1918. England-Australia, first test. It's funny. My memory is normally rather good. How strange. I can't remember.
Annabelle.
This is so bizarre.
Yes, I think so. I just felt as if someone had walked over your grave. Surely not.
Nothing ever changes, George. Well, in the 1927, of course.
It's a fallacy to assume that champagne matures with age. Now, that bottle
It's only 3 years old, and 1927 was a very good year.
Yes, it was. We had some only last week.
We've
and
never
simply
had
divine.
Colin to 27.
Haven't we? I seem to remember.
What? May I say? Well, I thought
This is all
everyone,
very,
everyone
very
drank
bizarre.
Colin to 27. You heard the wireless?
No. No, that's impossible. What's the matter? That green door.
What about it?
I could swear it seemed to disappear.
Oh, come on, Grandmama. You've only just started your first glass of champagne.
I tell you, it disappeared. Nonsense. Only for a second or two. Doors don't disappear, Felicity.
Well, it did. It's going to be Sapphire and Steel.
Hello?
Good evening.
Who is it?
Miles and Virginia Cavendish.
Who?
This is Lord Mulreen's party. We were invited.
Yes. Miles and Virginia. I didn't send that card.
Cavendish. Oh, yes, he must be that chap who deals in futures.
Would he mean all our futures?
Anybody mind if we have some music?
This is... It's all to do with time, right?
I say it really is getting awfully dark in here.
Longest day of an English summer. What do you expect?
I do hope it's not going to rain.
Let's have some lights on, shall we? Draw the curtains, shut it all out. Never had summers like this in the 30s.
I was looking forward to a lovely sunny weekend. Tea on the lawn tomorrow with strawberries. Well, it started out all right.
No, I never noticed that. Oh, why?
Must be a trick of the light. The church tower was V2'd, or was it doodle bombed, one or the other, in 1944 or 1945.
You sure of it?
Positive. Terribly sad.
Well, it did look like a church tower.
And it would have been there in 1930, wouldn't it?
June the 21st, 1930. Come on.
Okay, so they're acting like that's what they're hosting, but actually that's the year that it actually is.
1929, the American stock market collapsed, and we are in the midst of a depression. What's interesting about it?
I was wondering.
Wondering what?
I was wondering why the black morning crepe has gone.
Someone's playing some clownish trick.
They couldn't have done, Felix. We haven't left the room. We couldn't have missed seeing someone reach up for that crepe.
You're right about that chill, Annabelle.
That didn't make sense.
No, of course it wouldn't. There has to be a victim.
Or victims.
Anything you say, Virginia. Shall we go down?
Haven't you forgotten something, Miles?
That room looks like the room that Liz was in the last episode.
It's absolutely marvellous, thank you, girls.
Devoted to the Maurians.
Devoted to the family or to the house?
Are they going to think that
He's very fond of the old man.
Steel is blinking George?
Huh? The Honourable Miles and Mrs. Cavendish.
Oh, there you are, you lovely people. We were beginning to think you quite deserted us.
We were just changing.
My dear, what a delightful dress.
He's always been a considerate boy.
I wonder if Felix has noticed how considerate he is.
Felix wouldn't notice anything unless it was connected with business.
Let's not argue about it, Felix. We'll leave the whole thing to Fairfax in Washington.
Look at him now.
If that's what you want, Arthur.
I won't discuss it anymore this weekend.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when you let sentiment interfere with business.
Will you have now?
Do you by any chance losing your grip?
That'll be the day.
It has no lock and no handle.
What's the point of a door if you can't open it?
Aha, exactly. You've got it. Have I?
There's an aura, a barrier.
Barrier? Yes, of course, my dear fellow. There's a certain man in this house who thinks that door is the door to end all doors.
It's a light, a blue light.
Why don't you ask him what the point is?
Temperature. Much lower.
What? The door? Whose idea it was? No, you tell me. Well, our host. His lordship, of course.
What's behind that door?
He's got a special device. Must have something to hide. He's the only person who knows how to use it.
There's something moving.
Tell me.
It's twisting, turning, and writhing. It's...
More champagne.
Come back, Sapphire. Sapphire!
Well, I'm sold. There is something about a beautiful, classic British, like, stately home mansion that just will, like, bring me in. I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. To do with time. The guy, was that his sister or his wife, was saying, you know, this is 1930. Nothing in the house was made after 1930 except the door. But I don't think those people, I don't think it is 1930, if that makes sense. Very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. And I like it when an episode pulls me in like that. Like I'm genuinely, like the door, the woman behind the door, like that's where he was doing like all of his trading. She is not to be seen. What's behind the door? Sapphire's now there. If someone could let me know if that was a set or on location. I mean, if that's a set, then fair play, because that was stunning. So yes, if you would be so kind as to let me know. And I loved that episode so much, and I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you very soon for episode 26.